Authorized towing of vehicles and obstruction of entry and exit points at KPLC offices. So what were the specific enforcement actions being considered against the individuals found responsible for the illegal dumping, Honorable Chair? We conducted investigations, Honorable Chair, and on February 25th, 2025, we were able to arrange myself to question number 1 and question number 2, Honorable Chair. As regards to question number 1, it is true that the incident was officially reported at Parliamentary police station by 3 KPLC officials, namely Honorable Chair Anthony Jaka Muganda, Ms. Barbara Wachika Wachira, and Mr. David Mauti Kiriago. We were able to reduce their complaints into writing under 4 separate police entries, Honorable Chair, 3 of which were documented on 24th of February 2025, while the 4th entry was recorded on 25th of February 2025. The first one was OB number 37 of 24 February 2025, and the nature of the complaint was robbery with violence. The complainant being Barbara Wachira, who reported, Honorable Chair, that at the time of the incident, her iPhone 12 mobile phone was stolen, and she was also forced to pay Kenya shillings 2,000 for its return. The second OB entry was OB 54 of 24/2 of 29. The nature of the complaint again being robbery with violence, and one David Mauti Kariego was a complainant, where he reported to the police that he was robbed Kenya shillings 3,000, a Cycle 5 wristwatch that was valued at 15,000, and an executive pen valued at Kenya shillings 500. OB number 70 of 24/2/2025. This was a general report of the incident at KPLC headquarters, including the police responses. OB number 20 of 25/2/2025. The nature of the complaint was illegal dumping of garbage, unauthorized towing of vehicles, and obstruction of entry and exit points at KPLC offices. So what were the specific enforcement actions being considered against the individuals found responsible for the illegal dumping, Honorable Chair? We conducted investigations, Honorable Chair, and on February 25th, 2025, we were able to arrest the following persons. 1, Augustine Otieno Osore, who was a driver. Moses Gitari Kanywa, who was a driver. And Alice Okare Achami, the machine driver. I would like to point out, Honorable Chair, that by the time this matter was being raised on the floor of the House.
So just for clarity, there's 3 employees of the county government.
Correct, Your Honor.
And the people who are involved.
Correct.
Okay.
And I was saying by the time this matter was being raised at the floor of the House, these 3 Nairobi Council employees were already in custody. Generally, the offenses we are looking at, Honorable Chair, was sabotage, robbery with violence, illegal waste disposal, and obstruction, contrary to Section 53 of the Traffic Act, amongst others. This particular case file, Honorable Chair, was forwarded to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution on February 27, 2025 for operation. And in the meanwhile, we released the suspects on police bond to be appearing as we wait for final directions from the ODPP. Honorable Chair, the three officials were low-level junior officers, and we still believe that they must have received orders from somebody in the hierarchy of the council. As a result, Honorable Chair, we summoned the following and recorded their statements, and we are treating them as key suspects in this matter. One being William Kangogo, who is the head of enforcement; Eva Wariuki, she is the Chief Officer, Security and Compliance; James Sankale Lempaka, he is the head of Debt Collection Unit, and the governor has confirmed that he is under interdiction. We have Dr. John Ntoiti, he is the Director, Revenue Collection. Again, the governor has confirmed his interdiction. Steve Ogeza, Director Parking, we believe he is the person who led the team that clamped the motor vehicles and also towed several other motor vehicles. And we also had an opportunity to interrogate one Frederick Omolo, who is the in charge Istarehe Rural Enforcement Officer. We shall, Honorable Chair, expand the scope of our investigations, and we are hoping to interrogate by today Geoffrey Musiera, who is the Chief Officer Environment; John Malawi, the Director Environment; Tyrus Njoroge, the Chief Officer Revenue Administration; Charles Kerich, CEC Finance and Economic Planning; Maureen Njori, CSC Environment; and Nahashon Muguna, the CEO Nairobi Water and Sewerage. Honorable Chair, from our perspective of the National Police Service, and like my IG has said, this was indeed a very, very unfortunate incident that actually soiled the image of the Nairobi County government and our country by extension. It disrupted services at the KPLC offices, and it also exposed the population to a serious public health and environmental hazard. We are convinced that a serious crime was committed, and the perpetrators must be held accountable for their illegal actions. I submit, Honorable Chair, and invite my IG to continue with the rest of the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair, honorable members. I also want to appreciate the DCI for